Hey there, fellow minds of the internet. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are diving into the fascinating world of psychological warfare and how to outsmart your opponents, just like your favorite character, Light Yagami, from Death Note. But before we get started, let's play a little mind game. Ready? Okay, now close your eyes for a moment and imagine yourself in a crowded room. People are chatting, laughing, and having a good time. Now imagine that everyone suddenly goes silent and they all turn to look at you. How does that make you feel? Uncomfortable or nervous? Well, my friends, that's the power of psychological warfare. It's all about getting into your opponent's head and using your intelligence to gain the upper hand. So let's dive right into the strategies. Don't even think about clicking away, because in the following minutes, you're gonna get the most powerful strategies of all the time. So let's get started. Section 1. Understanding your opponent. The first step in outsmarting your opponent is to understand them. Just like Light Yagami, he observed his targets in Death Note. You need to study your opponents closely, pay attention to their behavior, their strategies, their strengths, their weaknesses, and even their body languages. The more you know about them, the better you equip and to anticipate their moves and counter them effectively. Practical example. Let's say you're playing a strategic board game with your friends. Take the time to observe their playing styles, their decision-making patterns, and their reactions to certain situations. This knowledge will give you valuable insights into the strategies and help you plan your moves accordingly. Believe me, I've used this skill a lot of times, and every time I use this, I used to win. So, let's get into the section 2, the power of manipulation. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Manipulation don't necessarily have to be a bad thing in psychological warfare. It's like a powerful tool that can give you an edge over your opponents. Just like Light Yagami manipulated people using the Death Note, you can subtly influence others to achieve your goals. These persuasion techniques, such as appealing to their emotions, providing logical arguments, and even mirroring their behavior to establish rapport. Imagine you are in a debate competition. Instead of simply presenting your arguments, take the time to understand your audience. Tailor your message to appeal to their values. Use compelling storytelling techniques and strategically use body language to enhance your credibility, stating the emotions and aligning with their beliefs. You'll be more likely to sway the judges in your favor. Section 3. Mastering deception. Deception, the ultimate weapon of psychological warfare. Light Yagami was a master of deceiving others, and you can also be. Learn to hide your true intentions, use misdirection, and create a carefully crafted persona. By playing mind games by your opponents, you'll keep them off balance, making it easier to outmaneuver them. Let's say you are playing a game of poker. Instead, revealing your hands with obvious stealth, just maintaining a natural expression and body language. Give off subtle signals and mislead your opponents, making them second guess to their moves. By deceiving them into thinking you have a weaker hand or a stronger one, you can control the flow of the game and ultimately come out on the top. In Death Note, Light Yagami used deception by initially presenting himself as a diligent and law-abiding student, concealing his true identity as Kira, the mass murderer. He maintained the facade even when he was suspected by the brilliant detective L, deceiving everyone around him and manipulating their trust. Section 4. Exploiting cognitive biases. Did you know that our brains are wired to make predictable mistakes? Cognitive biases, my friends, are psychological shortcuts that influence our decision-making process. And guess what? You can use them to your advantage. Just like Light exploited the confirmation bias in Death Note, you can exploit the biases like anchoring, availability bias, and social proof to manipulate your opponents' thoughts and actions. Let's say you are presenting a product to potential customers. By anchoring the price higher than what you actually intend to sell it for, you can make the final price seem more reasonable and appealing. Additionally, you can use the social proof by showcasing the positive testimonials and endorsements for satisfied customers to influence potential buyers' decisions. Section 5. Developing a mental resilience. Winning psychological warfare requires more than just strategies. It requires mental strength and resilience. Light Yagami faced immense pressure throughout Death Note, but he never lost his cool. Develop your mental resilience by practicing meditation, engaging in self-reflection, and embracing failure as a learning opportunity. Remember, setbacks are the stepping stones to success. Imagine you are participating in a competitive sport. Instead of letting a mistake or a setback affect your performance, train your mind to stay focused and composed. Practice mindfulness techniques to stay at the present, in the moment, and build mental resilience to bounce back stronger from any adversity. Conclusion. There you have it, my fellow aspiring geniuses. A crash course on outsmarting your opponents through a psychological warfare, inspired by brilliance of Light Yagami. Remember, these strategies are not meant to harm or manipulate people in a malicious way. Use your newfound knowledge responsibly and ethically. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a mind-blowing video like this. Until next time, stay curious, stay cunning, and keep outsmarting the world. Thank you.